Welcome back, guys. Today I wanted to talk about how you're not behind, you're aligned. So, far too often, many of us, we feel that we're behind when we go on social media and we see other people that appear to be doing a lot better than us, and we compare, their current success to, where we are. So, sometimes, let's say, for example, let's say myself, for example, I'm 23 and I'm going into my junior year of college. My path is different. So I used to tell myself that I was behind, and I remember one of my sergeants in the Army before I left active duty. She used to tell me, Sergeant Casey, she used to tell me, "You're not behind. You just took a different path. So you decided to join the Army after high school, and you're full time in the Army, and right now you're not focused on school. Like that's not your main focus. Your main focus is your full time job in the Army. And you took a different path." So it kind of took me a minute to really understand like what she was saying, because like what she said was true, but it was hard for me to accept at the time. And it's not until like recently, like within the past like maybe 2 years or so, that I've come to like not only accept that but also like understand what she was saying, because everyone's path is different. And just because generally speaking, people tend to do things by a certain age or a certain way, doesn't mean that you're required to do the same, or that if you decide not to, or you decide to take a different path to get there, or you maybe take a little longer than what people generally take, doesn't mean that you're behind. You may have taken a different path. Someone may have had resources that you may not have had. But I think at the end of the day, we shouldn't worry ourselves with what other people are doing. It's sure it may be helpful or beneficial to see other people doing well, but it is kind of like a two-edged sword. On one hand, it may motivate you, but on the other, it tends to more often than not make you feel like inferior or behind, or maybe like you're lazy or you're not doing enough or you need to keep up. So I think it's important to be mindful when you're observing these things. But again, don't worry, don't harp or you know worry about what resources or what help or mentorship or whatever someone may or may not have had to get to the point to where they are. It's just not going to help you in any way. What you should be focused on is working on yourself, showing up, continuing to learn, and push yourself in different ways. Just stay focused on your goal. Don't let anyone tell you, hey, you should have done this by this point. Now, don't get me wrong. It can be helpful to try to keep yourself to a certain timeline, but if you've taken a different path, then that timeline doesn't really apply to you anymore. So, but yeah, so that's just something you should consider. You're not behind, you're aligned. You're on your path. You have a different path. You've had different obstacles, whatever the case may be. I think this is these people's room. Never mind. But yeah, so that's it. If you guys made it to the end of the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.